gowns.
Do you have extra masks?
We're manufacturing them.
I use a handkerchief.
We're manufacturing them right now just for the city and county Broomfield, for the hospitals and clinics in Broomfield.
Yeah.
We did get one order for 1 million masks, and we turned it down because we can't possibly do 1 million. But we're doing several hundred a day.
Nice.
And the police and first responders are getting those in Broomfield.
You guys are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But
You
just
got to do something.
If you were retired, you wouldn't have to do anything.
I know. I could. If I retired last year, I would do this at all.
But that's maybe the reason you're not retired, so you can actually be of service to first responders.
Yeah. Well, I think everything works out the way it's supposed to, whether we realize it or not. We just need to quit judging it and go with it.
Spot on. I believe
Yeah.
you. Hey, Kathy, did you figure out your speakers yet? Oh, you're on mute again. The little microphone. You can press the space bar if you're on a computer. That'll just hold it down and talk. But if you're not on a computer, then that won't work.
How's that?
There you are. I can hear you. And I can
All
see
right.
you.
That's great.
All right. So do you have the space bar thing, or you just undo the little red microphone?
I'm on a tablet. I undid the microphone. I get confused because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Well, it's working now. That's all that counts, right?
It is. It's great. It is. Just trying to hang in there with this and hoping that things will stabilize so that we can go out without somebody making you feel guilty for going to the food store. I mean, don't mind being home, but not being able to do anything outside is kind of difficult.
Oh, God, I know. I go for a walk most days.
Us too.
Yeah.
Do
you go to King's Supers Monday, Wednesday, or Friday at 7 in the morning?
Oh.
That's for us old people. We get to go at 7 in the morning, and it's just, you have to be over 60.
Well, I used to, for my other job I used to have to get up at 3:30 in the morning, so I'm appreciating a couple extra hours of sleep. That's why I'm not there at 7 o'clock.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah.
It's funny, though, because there's a line of like 100 people, all 60 years old, all lined up 6 foot apart outside waiting to get in. Hi, Sharon.
I would think so.
Yeah.
What are they talking about?
He said hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi, Sharon. I look at the big screen because I have a big screen behind you, and I can see you there, but the camera's actually down there on my phone, so good morning.
So you look at the big screen, it looks like you're just looking off in the sky.
No, it looks like that I'm looking like that's at your picture. I'm thinking, no.
And I'm thinking, who are you?
No. I'm glad we're all early birds. We're all having our coffee and our juice and all that fun stuff. I'm going to go get another cup of coffee, as a matter of fact. Oh, we're doing this good.
Of the liquor there.
They just saw it from the sun, right? Had coffee and some good morning. Presents are all online. So.
Aren't we a little early?
Yeah, we're a little bit early. Yeah. I'm always early.
That's true, you are. I usually am too.
Like you, sleep. Yeah. I'm sick. Well, I'm for the sick. I'm sick. Fine. Yeah. I got Jeter. Look back. Oh, God. I had a piece of sourdough this morning. I put the rest of that butter on it. Oh, did it?
Yeah, some more fried ribs this morning.
You what?
Yeah, some more.
Big shit.
You want to turn it around and let them see our kitchen?
No.
Mine either.
Last night or yesterday, I bought a prime rib. Oh gosh, probably just before COVID happened. I got a good price on it. I was gonna have all the boys over for prime rib, cooked it outside on the grill. And then COVID happened. And I hate to freeze a really nice piece of meat, but I did anyway. So finally I figured, okay, I'm not gonna keep it in the freezer too long. I couldn't find a big enough cryovac bag to fit around it. Ordered some online, they still weren't big enough. Yeah, so yesterday I put it on the smoker for 6 hours, and it turned out absolutely wonderfully. So if you like prime rib, it was unbelievable.
Sounds good.
$10 mashed potatoes.
Well, yesterday Mark made 1,300 cookies and did his laundry, cut my hair,
Aw.
went out and made a score, got baking pans and racks and stuff from Marketplace. So he had a pretty productive day yesterday.
He scored.
Yeah,
Yes, he
I
did.
scored big.
Those cookies are fantastic.
I was going to ask if you brought some virtual cookies for us this morning.
They're pretty good.
They're
low
really
calorie,
good.
no fat. I mean, we can eat a dozen each and we won't gain a pound because they're virtual.
That's right.
But they'll go with my real coffee, so.
Yeah.
And I don't know how, I know Pam always has this static picture on her screen. I wonder how she did that. You ever see where you can upload one of those?
Well, there's a feature on Zoom that you can go in and select a background. Yeah.
Okay.
And I've gone and looked at them, and
They're a little
Yeah.
fluffy.
they're kind of fluffy and weird. And
Well, she just has a picture of her. When she
just a
comes
picture of
on-
her.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll see when she comes on, just a picture of her. And then she's probably fixing her breakfast and everything. Then when she's ready to sit down, she's really there.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I guess
That
you
would
use a
be what I
screenshot
would
somehow too, and I'm not sure how you do that.
yeah.
Now, once she gets on here, just make her tell you.
There you go. I will do that. We do this now Zoom for work, and there's probably 14 of us on the team. But the boss doesn't know how to use the all mute feature. And so you got 14 people on there, and they're stirring coffee cups and moving stuff around. All this noise is going on while he's trying to talk. I keep saying, put on the all mute, but he doesn't do it. David knows how to do it. There he is.
You can also add your own photos. So if you choose to have, something like
Fillmore's.
Charles and
Oh, I
Myrtle.
love the Fillmores.
They're both looking over your shoulder, so you better not screw up, right?
Well, they're just adding authority to my talk. So
I thought it was just a picture of the old people. Oh, man. So do you know how to put the
Do that.
picture on there, the static picture that Pam uses?
I think it's the same way.
well, she uses the one of the standard photos, which is I think she uses this one.
No, I'm talking about the picture just of her. So before she's ready to sit down, she's fixing breakfast, whatever.
Oh
There's
yeah,
just a picture
yeah.
of her.
That's what I have on mine.
Yeah. How do you do that?
It's in Zoom in profile. You can load your own image.
Okay.
I'm going back to drapes.
Did you get a hold of Sean?
No,
Oh, didn't answer then, huh?
no, he didn't. I told him to call you. You were concerned.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh, well.
Sean has been missing in action. Sean, Patrick's son, has been missing in action for the last 3 or 4 days. And last I talked to him, which was last last Monday, I think. He said that
Yeah, a few
he
days ago.
suspected that they had COVID in the house. They have, what do they have? 5 people in their house?
6,
6?
but 5 haven't.
Yeah.
They think 5 have COVID, and the aunt's the worst. So she has that typical thing with the upper respiratory, and she's sweating and chilled and blankets, and yeah, I know.
I'm
I
going
guess
back
so.
to profile.
Okay. There's your picture. Okay. Oh, there, Alex responded via chat. I see.
If you keep playing with it, you're gonna.
Can't break it.
Famous last words, right?
Yeah, this shouldn't break. Oh, well, maybe.
Uh-huh.
I'm a technician. Nothing can break so badly you can't fix it.
I see, there you go.
Yeah.
Look, he cut my hair yesterday. I wanted between 2 to 3 inches, and he got 2.5. Can't ask for better than that.
That fits Mark perfectly.
I know.
Attention to detail, Mark. I love it.
Yeah.
They did a nice job.
It looks great.
Thank you.
You just have to be so thankful that you have nice thick hair.
It's about a third what it was. I got a disease and I lost a lot of it.
Oh, there's somebody at my front door that says, hang on just a second.
It looks beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you. Not what it used to be.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
I've heard that phrase before.
Mine is about a quarter of what it was.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
And my brush keeps stealing more of it.
I know.
Both. Your brush must be contagious. I got the same problem.
Is that why your hair's so short?
Uh-huh. You noticed, huh?
Start curling it inward instead of outward.
No, just cut it all off.
Yeah, there will come a point. When it gets thin enough, I'll just shave it all off.
Well, it's almost for me. That's about as short as you've seen my hair in a few years, you know?
It is pretty short.
Yeah. But it's called a COVID-19 haircut.
Yeah.
I was going to say, who'd you find to do it?
Huh?
Who'd you find to do it?
A crazy girl.
Oh, geez. Yeah. None of those windows have come on in and on them anymore.
Nope. That's sad. I know. We got to support them when the COVID virus breaks. We got to support all the small businesses we can.
Yep, we sure do.
So sad. It's so sad to see all these small businesses just suffering.
Yeah. You wonder how many of them are going to be able to come back.
Oh.
Because, I mean, once you get 30 days loss and you've got a shoestring budget anyway, 30 days, 60 days is a long time.
One of my contractors, he got a $43,000 payroll loan through something the administration has, and he got $100,000 SBA loan for his business. I said, how did you do it so quick? And he said, I was just, as soon as it came out, he was on it. It took a few times to get in. I thought, well, I wish everybody else knew how to do that because I hate to see people hurt, you know?
Now, I understand they've run out of money in the fund right now, or they've already allocated everything they have.
Yeah, but they allocated them to places like Ruth Steakhouse and Big Corps, which bother me.
That bothers me too. They should not give it to the banks because they totally effed that up last time we gave them money.
You're right. They should have had little agency, like the public health departments, giving them out to small businesses in their counties and in their, local. There should have been a local control in every one of the states and counties.
If only they thought that through. That's brilliant.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't think it through.
Well,
I'm glad you guys got one, though. That's good.
Yeah, this goes on for another 30 days. They're going to have to come up with more money. because the
Well, they got that
economy can't.
printing press. It doesn't matter. They just print money whenever they need it.
Yeah, the feds can do that. But try to put money like that in Colorado and get away with it. It's called, counterfeiting.
Yeah.
So,
Good morning, Laura.
mhm.
Hello.
But yeah, I mean, I wish I had the printing press in my basement. My goodness. We'd all be retired. I'd sell it to you for 50 cents on the dollar.
Yeah.
Okay, 25 cents on the dollar.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about, the $15 an hour more minimum wage. I keep talking about my first job. I made 35 cents an hour. And
That just tells you how old he is.
Yeah,
Don't listen to him.
but that was okay at that time. It's inflation that has eaten up the money. It's not value, because the same thing is worth no more than it was before. It's just we charge more for it.
Yeah. Well, 35 cents an hour would have bought you a loaf of bread every hour.
Yeah, back then just about.
Uh-huh.
I worked at a Griff's Burger Bar, so I had I got my meals free.
That is family too.
Oh God, yeah, I remember those days. I had a paper route. That was my first job, 5th grade. So I don't know what the hourly rate was, but
Yep, I got $1 an hour. I worked my tail off in a restaurant for a whole $1 an hour.
that's crazy.
I know. We stayed open till 2, 3, 4 in the morning till the last patron walked out. So.
See, I think most of us had restaurant experience. I think that's just what we did when we were younger.
Yep.
Mhm.
I liked it.
How I got my through freshman year in college.
Yep. And I saw Barbara a minute ago. Oh, there's Barbara. I see her beautiful picture. Wonder where
Went
that
through
picture-
college. I washed big pans. They were bigger than I was.
We were
Back then,
tiny
I was about a 90-pounder in these big, huge cooking pans. Got up at 5:30 and checked people off for breakfast and read to blind students. And
Oh,
I had all sorts of cool jobs, actually, when I was in college.
amazing what brought us to where we are today. How many jobs have you had, Mark? Oh, you're on mute now, Mark. You muted, Mark. You must have muted on purpose. Okay.
I don't know. I can still hear him a little bit.
No, I hear you just perfectly, Laura, but Mark has a red microphone, so we can't hear him.
Okay.
I hear something in the background, but he'll figure it out.
My first job was at the neighborhood grocery store. It was a really fun job.
What did you
The
do?
minister of our Baptist church owned the grocery store, and so I worked there after school.
Cashier or stocking or what?
Everything, cashier, cutting meats, and afraid of the slicing machine, and
Oh, God.
Oh yeah.
a whole job. It was the whole thing. The whole thing. And it was in my neighborhood, and it was a small grocery store. And it was a fun job. I was really young then. Maybe 19, 18, somewhere around there. But it was a good job.
Yeah. Morning, Doug. Indeed.
Morning.
Morning. We got D today. Where's Lee?
Well, if D is there, Lee is there somewhere.
Well, last week we saw Lee and didn't see D, so I was wondering. When's your birthday, Mark?
October
October what?
14th.
Oh, so it's 10/16 right now. I thought it was your birthday, but
Yeah.
I know mine's 10:15. I know you were one side of me, and Doug's right close to us too. So
Yeah, Doug's like 10:09 or.
I bet you can tell us. He said,
I bet you can. Doug, when's your birthday, Doug? October.
I'm trying to set up my other tablet here. 10:10.
10:10. Okay. 10:10.
Oh, 10:10. That's an easy one.
These are
My
perfect
granddaughter's
times,
11:11.
That's convenient. You can't forget it in.
Or at least you have to learn less. Less numbers.
Alex is writing, can you still find hand sanitizer in Denver? Any kind of burning alcohol or hand disinfecting products?
Yes, you can. We found a source we're using in the factory it's a local distillery, and they're just distilling basically grain alcohol. It's a liquid, it's not a gel, and we're using that.
Mm-hmm.
And you can drink it instead of putting it on your hands?
Hey, Doug, I just wanted to
You don't want to put a
identify
lot,
which
but
is
you
the
can
keyboard.
put it on your hands. You
Are
can
you,
disinfect surfaces with it.
in on your keyboard right now, or are you in
Hopefully
on
Alex
your,
So the machine surfaces, machine heads, things, anything people touch regularly, we wipe it all down a couple times a day.
Well, okay, I can change it, but okay. Okay, very good. Thanks.
You don't want people coming to work and then spreading something around.
Cool.
Yeah, no
All right.
doubt.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That
they're still
helps me.
making masks and gowns for the local hospitals.
For a minute there, I thought you said masks and guns.
No, gowns.
We're still making some gun cases. I got to admit, we're still making some gun cases and pistol cases. Not as many as we did before, but we are still making some.
That's because everybody has them out in the counter. They don't need a case.
Well, actually, the gun sales are up.
Mm-hmm.
And consequently, our orders for gun cases are up as well. It is illegal to transport a firearm outside of without a gun case. So we've kind of got a built-in market.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's
Yeah,
the
this
piano.
Doug.
Hi.
Somebody else logged on as owner. I wonder who owner is.
It sounds really onerous.
Okay, he'll be here all hour.
Yes.
Okay.
We're all week. Try the veal. Don't forget your wait staff.
Oh, Mark.
Order something on Grubhub.
Tony Rosario, a friend of mine, he plays oftentimes at the Arvada Bluegrass Bourbon and Coffee House.
Mm-hmm.
And so today they're doing a virtual crawfish boil because they do that quite often there. So it's a 2-hour online concert with Tony, and they're doing I guess you can go by and pick up crawfish at the curbside. So
Mm-hmm. Cool.
watching Tony for a while. I'm not going to drive down to Arvada though.
Yeah. Not for mud puppies.
Yeah, they call them mud puppies too. My goodness.
Yeah.
We had a cow pond behind the house when my kids were young. We were right backed up to open space between us and Rocky Flats. So it was just wide open. And so there's all kinds of wildlife out there. And this mama raccoon came up one day to our back door. She's looking in, all that stuff. And Sean's, maybe 10 years old. So we wanted to know what raccoons eat. So I said, well, look it up online. So we looked it all up. And they like eggs, but they have to be room temperature. They don't like cold eggs. And they like fruit. And they like crawdads or mud puppies. So first thing, he wanted to get a little 3-foot wading pool for the raccoon because he really liked to wade too. So we got a 3-foot wading pool. And that mama raccoon would get in that pool every day and swim around. And then we went to the cow pond with a crawdad trap. Got a whole bunch of crawdads. And she liked those too. And then she disappeared for like 3 months. And the neighborhood always say, they're getting our garbage. They didn't like them, but I figured they were there first.
Mm-hmm.
So she came back 3 months later with 7 babies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gone off to have babies. So we put crawdads.
Seven
in
is a
that
lot.
pond.
Usually they only have 2 to 3.
What's that? Sharon, what'd you
I
say?
said they usually only have 2 to 3 babies. 7's an awful lot for
7.
a raccoon.
Yeah, they were the cutest things.
I bet they like crawfish too.
Oh, they love them. Hi, Betty. Hi, Dick. Bye, Dick.
We went and stayed on the beach in California, and the raccoons came and ate our next door neighbors. They even had eggs in a cooler inside of a special container, and the raccoons got them open. They ate they got all our eggs out and stuff. And the next door neighbors, their place was trash. So Mark went up to buy some from the restaurant up there, and they had a ton of eggs. And Mark figured out they had a deal going on with those raccoons.
Yeah, we sell them the eggs. You go eat them. We sell them more eggs. It's a scam.
Yeah, it was an egg raccoon egg scam.
Well, they just brought them back to the restaurant, didn't eat them, and you had to buy your own eggs back.
They ate them. There's been a mess everywhere.
Oh my God. We could not believe how some of the containers, the coolers that they opened and the containers inside of the coolers, and just those little hands of theirs are quite better. They're wild.
Definitely. We go
Well,
camping.
hello there. Miss Betty.
Daddy.
We see
Hi,
you,
Sarah
Betty.
again.
I see Lee too. Hi, Lee.
Hi.
Hi,
There
Lee.
she is. Hi, Lee.
Where's your sister, Lee?
Hi, good to see you guys. And
Good
baby,
to see you too. Let's see. Does Laura has anything good to eat on her counter there? Maybe she's cooking us breakfast. We went camping up in the Redwood Forest every year. We still do, except for this year. And the raccoons are there a lot. So, and it's a family thing where there's anywhere from 30 to 50 people. So we have at least 20 coolers. And every single night, my job is to put all the coolers together, stack them up, and tie them with rope.
Oh, yeah.
Every single night. One time, my sister had food in her van, and we're unloading her van. And she went to get something out of her van, and there was 2 raccoons in her van. Unloading this stuff.
Yeah, those little hands are amazing.
Well, they were busy. I say busy beavers, but they were busy raccoons.
Sorry, guys, I had to run out and let my dog out.
All right. Cheers.
Speaking of animals.
Where's Sandy?
In a delicate
right
place.
now.
Okay. We're getting more people. There's Glenn, question mark. Morning, Glenn.
good morning.
Okay. She doesn't have a cup of coffee. She has a pot of coffee.
Well, yeah. Well, Clarence is going to be sitting next to me in a minute, so we need the whole pot.
Yeah. She's a serious coffee drinker.
Oh,
No,
no,
lightweight.
Clarence. That's why I put the pot over on his side, so he'll be able to reach.
Just get him a big straw. Or an IV.
There.
Oh, Laura's back.
I'm back. I was here, just out of sight.
We were looking on your counter to see if you had anything good to eat.
Oh, no, this is my craft room.
Oh, well, no wonder there wasn't any food in there. Okay. Yeah, 4 minutes thing we have.
Can we go get your cookies and show them? You got lots of cookies.
There's lots of cookies.
Oh, well. They know what cookies look like, I guess.
Is someone having cookies?
Yes, I have lots of cookies.
Oh, Mark made dozens and dozens of cookies yesterday.
Oh, and by the way, the Target over by you and off 104th there is the only place I found yeast at.
We went to 10 grocery stores before we found yeast.
I, on a whim, bought some yeast a while back, and I have yeast.
Yeah.
But it took us 10 grocery stores before we finally found yeast.
Yeah.
Now he was we stuck to it until we found it. We also now know where the bakery goods at every grocery store between here and Erie are.
Well, we're getting there. We got 20 people so far. 21.
Good. 21. Good. Carol's beer.
I'm here. Good morning, everybody.
Hi,
Hi,
Carol.
Carol.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Hi, Carol. The other Carol. Hazel Camp. Okay.
Got her excited.
More Rose.
Good morning.
Rose.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning, Rose. Good morning, Doris. Good morning, Jim. Okay.
How you doing, Rose?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm going quite well, thanks.
All right.
I suggest anybody that needs to go to the grocery stores in the next couple of days, go today, because after they do all those protests at the State House, you don't know who's going to be walking into those grocery stores. Or who's gonna be
or what they're going to be bringing with them.
Yeah, exactly. So, and they even had 24 or 12 or 24 packs of toilet paper this morning. So, King Super.
Yeah.
I haven't set foot in the grocery store in weeks. I order it and have them bring it out to me.
It's a good idea.
Then you can do Instacart, and actually I think there's like a $10 monthly fee for Instacart. They do Costco, King Soopers, Safeway, Sprouts, Natural Grocers, and they bring it to your door. I may do more of that too, because I'm just staying in.
Should have hung in there.
Hey, Steve, brother Joe, how you doing?
Joe, you're muted. Hi.
Okay.
All right. Good morning, Joe. Good to see you.
Joe.
Good morning.
In a while.
This high tech stuff. This high tech stuff gets me.
Yeah. We're all working on getting used to it.
Rose, you got some color back in your face. That looks good.
Thank you. Actually, I colored my hair so my face probably looks better. Yes.
You know, maybe I should try that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that.
Yeah, let's go with color. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was very
We
pretty.
get to vote on a color we want to know.
There are certain things that modern technology cannot help.
Ooh.
Oh.
I learned to live with that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Were you talking to Clarence?
Just making a general comment. No, I think he's talking to me, but that's all right. That's all right. I can take it.
Nice shirt, Rose. That's pretty.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to feel better. You know, fake it till you make it is what they say. So just get up and get it going.
I'm with you.
It looks like it's working.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you.
I'm trying to get my hair to look more and more like David, so I'm letting it grow out.
I considered it, and I was walking with a friend the day before yesterday, and she said to me, "Rose, you are a hairdresser. You can color your own
Good
hair."
morning, everyone.
Do it.
Well, hey, David.
Morning, David.
Good morning.
Morning.
David.
Good morning.
We're David.
David.
Have a chair there.
Might help if I have my speaker on.
There we go.
We all said hi.
I appreciate that. At least my microphone was working right. Well, Kay, would you do the honors for our gathering of light? And for those of you who have a candle nearby, if you would like to bring it into your presence and light your candle as well.
So we light this candle in recognition of and appreciation for the divine light within each of us and the presence of Christ in our gathering.
Thank you.
All these lighters falling off.
I can't find mine.
Here.
Well, it's wonderful to see all of you here. Everybody healthy?
Yes.
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 Good.
So far.
Good. I'd like to welcome several people here. Dee Johnson has joined us this morning. Yay, Dee!
Hey.
Hi, Dee.
Where's Dee?
And Kathy is with us. Alex is with us. And let's see who else is over here. I think that's the new people that I can identify anyway. So,
Joe is on today. Okay.
Joe.
Joe.
You see Joe, David?
Is Joe here? Oh, there he is! Joe! Hey! All right. So,
where's us?
Let's.
I can only get so many in here.
Yeah, I'm used to Patrick being back in the sound booth, and him handling all the technical stuff, but being the sole host of this August gathering, I have that responsibility myself. So take a deep breath, pause. I'm going to mute all of you so that we can have Doug come in with his music. And here we go, coming back to Doug, piano, unmute. And Doug, you're on. Love is flowing like a river, flowing up from you and me, flowing into the desert, setting all the captives free. Peace is flowing like a river, flowing up from you and me, flowing out into the desert, setting all the captives free. Joy is flowing like a river, flowing up from you and me, flowing out into the desert, setting all the captives free. And our affirmation: Living Water Unity is a thriving spiritual community inspired to embrace and celebrate our abundant good now. I am empowered for joyful living by expressing God in each moment. And we have, let me share our announcements for just a moment.
Before you go on, did that work this time? Could you guys hear the piano?
Yes. It was
Good.
great.
This is Doug off.
Okay. Thank you, Doug. And the announcements for today. We do have at 11:30 after this gathering, we have a continuation of our discussion, and we have a vote on the sale of the building. We did have a discussion on Monday night, and that went on for almost 2 hours. We have tomorrow night. We have a discussion, probably a follow-on to this talk. We'll see. I'll be defining that once we have our in-session discussion today. Wednesday evening we have prayer circle and meditation on Zoom, and Friday evening we have TGIF. So all of these Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday morning gatherings are every week. So if you don't receive a notice in email, know that those are going on at 7 o'clock. Come on with the same password, the same meeting ID. Okay, so let me pull up my notes. We have, let's see, are there any other announcements that you can think of for our gathering? Anyone? All right, so let me share the daily word. I would like to have someone read the daily word for us. So unmute yourself and come on.
I'll read it this morning.
Okay, thanks, Rose.
The daily word is understanding. I open myself to spiritual understanding. When I feel frustrated by a personal or professional challenge, or feel unsafe or concerned about a situation or event, I seek greater understanding. When I try to understand, I open my heart. Maybe I just need to gather more information or request the advice of someone I trust. If I am in conflict with someone, I practice understanding by listening with a curious mind and loving heart. I grow in spiritual understanding when I discern and heed my inner guidance beyond conscious thought. Spiritual truth begins to illuminate my consciousness as